Hello to my Leos. Leos, we're going to get right into your reading. The moon is in your sign after moving out of the moon in Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So if it's been pretty sensitive leading up to today, when you watch this video, it may be the 16th of April, right? So if it's been pretty sensitive up to this point, Source is saying to you, you're trying to get geared up. Your body is trying to get geared up for this full moon in Scorpio that we're going to have. It's going to be moving from Libra into Scorpio. So you kind of be feeling like the effects of both of them. But it's a pink moon, right? So this is about removing the rose-colored glasses. Sometimes they're forcibly removed. Sometimes they're gently removed. But they're going to be removed. This is the year of wealth, right? So you have to decide what you want to become wealthier in and how you're going to make room for it. A lot of karmic relationships are also going to be removed from your life too. So if you didn't know what a karmic relationship was before, you will know what they are, this year. You will know what they are. Those are the relationships that Source told you to close out. And you may have been afraid to close them out, or maybe you were looking for special signs to close them out. But Mercury is currently retrograde, so this will be a great time. When you hear a whole lot of negativity around Mercury, don't do this, don't do that. The good side of the bright side of Mercury is that this is an opportunity to increase your knowledge and your learning, because Mercury is the messenger planet. Messenger and communication planet, right? And somebody is moving towards financial independence. You're leaving behind energies that, like I said, I feel like you feel free and more versatile to get away from energies that have caused some kind of wounding, to you, some kind of organizations that may have caused some kind of injustice, to you, or feel like some injustices have come to you. Here we also have the Strength card. So when the moon moves through Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus, right? The planet Venus, the planet of love and pleasure, attraction, erotic love, art, music, aesthetics. It's a peacemaker planet, right? But the dark side of that is vain and vengeful energies, right? So if you saw that in organizations where you grew up, it was kind of like that in your family, and Sources saying you have an opportunity. You see the half lion and half human, you in this lamb right here. If you have an opportunity to be meek as a lamb and let Source handle things, even when you feel like you're in the face of adversity, or you feel like some energies have done an injustice to you, you first want to go back to the initial wounding, right? Of maybe feeling left out or rejected, possibly by people who have money or who have title or who have those kind of things as it relates to this reading. Just take only what resonates with you, okay? Because Source is moving you towards the Nine of Pentacles, which is financial independence. So if you've ever had a problem with people who have money, or you wanted to be a part of an organization and you just really kind of sort of wanted to be in, something, you are now that person, right? And so this is your opportunity to help other people to find out what their Chiron is and help them to get to those wounded parts of themselves. Help them to get to those and heal from those wounded parts of themselves. So here we have, I do see, some energy coming across your path is kind of saving you, in a sense. Here's the Devil card, and so finding out what your demons are, fear, doubt, uncertainty, whatever it is. I do see something kind of coming to your rescue, helping you with on your journey, helping you on your journey. A Taurus could be involved, another Leo could be involved, a Libra or Capricorn could be involved. But here we have the Six of Cups here. Somebody's definitely been lamenting over some things, very angry, and Source is trying to teach you how to protect your creativity. This is feminine energy. This is divine feminine energy, Pentacles, and then the Cups is divine feminine energy, right? So Source is trying to help you to get into that space right? So it's two situations in particular that somebody has been feeling like there's some kind of injustice that's going on. And so your reward is this. Here we have the King of Pentacles. Someone who is going to teach you how to, someone who is wealthy, whether you know if they're wealthy or not, is going to really help you to invest your time wisely. You got 24 hours in a day. They're trying to teach you how to turn your attention to nurturing your spirit when you feel like there's been some kind of injustice done towards you, not in a bitter and toxic way, but really helping you to turn your attention to possibly your moon sign. Your moon sign is how you would nurture yourself. So when I talk about the moon in Cancer before the moon moved into your sign, Leo, Cancer is ruled by the moon. And so that's where the extra sensitivity could have come in, where somebody felt like they don't have the key to their wealth. They don't have access to certain things, that keeps you locked out of certain things or keeps you away from being inside your vault door. And Source is saying, actually, somebody's going to show you that you have the key inside of you, right? So that's what I'm seeing for you so far. The Justice card came out again. We also have the Eight of Swords, the Judgment card, the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Tower card. We also have the Strength card. Strength card came out twice. And I feel like you are deciding moving forward, you're no longer doing an injustice to yourselves. By, like I said before, here we have the Eight of Swords, the overthinking. When Source tells you to move on from certain things, somebody's going to, from now on, start to move on from certain things and stay away from certain energies, right? Here we also have the Tower card. And so you're definitely having a Tower moment, and you're in a very vulnerable space, right now. And, but I do see somebody teaching you how to save yourself, moving forward, really just learning how to recognize that the more time you invest in something that Source told you to move on from, and that's when we talk about karmic relationships ending, right? There could also be an Aries involved. There could be a Scorpio also involved in all of this. It could be a Libra involved, or people could have this in their birth chart, or you could have all of these in your birth chart. But nevertheless, Source is trying to tell you to connect with people who use their time wisely, who, when Source tells you to move on from some things and let the chips fall where they may, that's when somebody's going to learn how to move on from some things. The Source is, again, in your minor arcana. Source is saying your ancestors are very proud of you. Someone is going to help you with something, that's going to help you learn how to invest your time and to stay away from energies, because healed people move very, very differently. It's time for you to schedule a vacation, right? It's time to open your vault door. And so prepare for an increase in pay. It's coming from Source, but Source needs you to level up on yourselves more and create the change that you want. So you're going to have to be on a frequency. And so things are going to start flowing to you so that you can close out cycles in love, right? Somebody apologizes for hurting you. And so you want to close out the cycle in love, right? Yeah. You want to close out a cycle in love and be able to move on from some things. You want to get away from the overthinking to a point of driving you crazy. In other words, Source is trying to help somebody to... The Tower card connects us to Mars. Mars is the planet of action and assertion, right? It's the energy planet, to put your energy towards your purpose, to operate in a spirit of being meek and not weak. When you're around energies that, keep instigating stuff and draining you, Source is saying it's time to get around some energies that can help you put some good use to your time. Make good use of your time, Make good use of your time. Creativity. Yeah, I am a ball of creative energy. Creative ideas circulate my very being. I tap into all aspects of my imagination. I command my inventive skills to step forward. I connected to my truest self. I am solution oriented. My gifts create room for me. I am grateful for my innate gifts, right? I feel like somebody's going to learn a lesson about wanting to belong and kind of sort of wanting to just be a part of something, whether it's somebody's family, whether it's church family, because I'm saying that because of the Hierophant card, want to be a part of somebody's church, family, mosque, temple, family, whatever family means to you, not just your blood relatives, but just kind of wanting to belong to something. Source is saying you have the key to wealth inside of you. You don't want to belong to someone else's wealthy family because you don't know what sacrifices they had to make to get there, and you don't know what your sacrifice, what sacrifice are you going to have to make to want to be a part of certain things. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Source is trying to say. It's time for you to open up your vault. You have it within you as well to be a part of things, and you're not a pick-me. You know, there are some people who desperately want to be a part of something so bad, they'll do anything. They'll sacrifice anything and anybody. And so Source is saying, when you see that happening in your life where people just want to be a part of something and they're too afraid to detach from people because they've seen some kind of evils or something like that, those are the energies you need to stay away from. And in contrast, when you come across people who are not willing to do just anything, to just be a part of something, Source is saying those are the energies that you may start looking at as like, okay, now that person, I'm not sure what's going on with them, but they must have found the key to something. They don't want to just be a part of something. Like some people will do anything just to be like I said, just to be a part of something, right? So Source is saying to you, when you see that and it affects you, yeah, I definitely feel like a demonic bond is being broken. A demonic bond is being broken. Integrity. I choose my words wisely. My words create my reality. My speech matches my actions. I keep promises to myself. I am consistent. I am punctual. I accept the moment. I resonate with the highest truth. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. All right. Do we have a number? Do we have a number? Do we have a number? Yeah. So something having to do with money, something having to do with time/money invested. So maybe you were a part of something, you've been connected to some energies, you've been from 1 through 9 or 1 through 8 with certain energies, but somehow never felt like you were a part of something. You know, like always kind of sort of left on the outside or something, like people aren't telling you something, and that could have caused some kind of emotional wounding, but you've always had the key on the inside of you. And so there's some people who want to put you through some kind of initiation process, but it would have caused your smile to turn into a frown. And that's what I'm seeing here. It would have really grieved your own inner child, where you would have been looking for, like, you know, people to save you to some degree. Yeah, and so somebody's kind of sitting around as far as two types of situations are concerned and just waiting for somebody to save them. And Source is saying it's inside of you to operate in childlike faith. This is a time, like I said at the beginning of your reading, while Mercury is retrograde, is to increase your prayer and meditation life. Something Source is really trying to teach somebody. Now, remember, we are whole and complete already. So it's not like we're one or the other. We're not cut in half. We're not divine masculine or divine feminine, right? We embody both. So you're whole and complete. So, but to hear divine feminine energy, somehow people almost make it seem like that causes them to be feminine. We're saying divinity is what connects the two. God inside of you, Most High God, is what connects those energies that makes you whole, right? You're whole and complete. 17, I am independent. So I do see you kind of getting away from some energies that, like I said, you're divinely protected, but it's the energies that's going through some stuff right now. Here we have the quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill, right? You're dealing with some energies who landed on the dark side of the number 8. And I say this a lot. This is the year of 8, and you may hear me say it a lot more. But the dark side of the number 8 are energies who have succumbed to passive and powerless behavior, or egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. So because energies you didn't do, it looks like for somebody, again, only take what resonates with you, because you were not willing to do certain things to get into other people's vault door. It caused you an enormous amount of, two situations in particular, or two energies that caused an enormous amount of pain because you weren't willing to do certain things. So, wow. But God, that's all I can say, because you're divinely protected from some things kind of going down here. You're divinely protected. And here we have divine, right? Like I said, divinity, which makes you whole, divine abundance. You were born to align with love's will. Follow and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. Somebody's egos are just raging out of control. And like I said before, there could be a Scorpio involved, because the Tower card and the Judgment card is as Pluto and also Mars that rules Scorpio. Tower card rules Aries. There could be, like I said before, a Taurus involved, a Capricorn involved. There could be another Leo involved, because this came out twice. It could be an organization involved that they wanted you to do something, to be a part of something. But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for you all. And like I said, we have a full moon. We have a full pink moon coming up on the 23rd of April. And it's in Scorpio. And Scorpio is ruled by two planets. Pluto, which is this card right here, the Judgment card, right? And also Mars, which is the Tower card. And Source is saying when somebody feels like they're being harshly judged by anybody, like you have to jump through all of these hoops, in order to, enter access into somebody else's vault door. Maybe that looks like where you got to jump through all these hoops through a job interview, going through the process of being hired by a company, or, being accepted by your significant other side of the other side of the family, or even be accepted in your own family, or if there's co-parenting going on, kind of wanting to know what's going on moment by moment, or even part of sports or something, like wanting to be a part of a team or these kind of things. Source is saying to you, that's a trigger for somebody. And that's something that, like I said, Chiron, you want to look up your Chiron. I do have a link for Chiron below, Chiron, and click on that, see what your Chiron is, see exactly what your wounded healer is, and start the process of healing there. So that when you come across people who have a wealth of knowledge and they too have experienced the same things you felt, and kind of sort of feeling left out and confused, wounded in some way, shape, form, or fashion. See this number 5 right here? You can move beyond number 5. You can end up on the light side of the number 5. Like, okay, I can make it to the number 6. I'm giving birth to creativity. I'm growing in creativity. I'm letting go of those toxic, unhealthy, wounded relationships. And I can cut ties with them, and I can move forward. So that's what I'm seeing for you all. I will see you all in the next video. But yeah, let's get mentally prepared for this full moon, even though technically we're in the first quarter moon phase in your sign, Leo. And so you got to ask yourself, when the moon moves into Leo, first of all, your vulnerability is your strength. That's first. And then the second thing is, if you don't feel appreciated, then why are you still around in certain spaces? Like, Source needs somebody to, start to pour into yourself. It's time to start planting some new seeds somewhere, physically somewhere else, away from certain types of energies, and then pouring into that, like pouring fresh water into that, so you can grow whatever seeds you planted, not the seeds other people planted, and like leaving people out in the cold, and making people jump through all these fiery hoops in order to be a part of something. So that's what I have for you. I will see you all in the next reading. Bye.